feel like my daughter called the wrong number.
Marla McKinney is the grieving mother of 18-year-old Kelvi MCcray. To this day, she questions how West Palm Beach police handled the response to her daughter's domestic violence case.
Maybe if she'd have called the Palm Beach County Sheriff Department, maybe Rivera, she'll still be here. West Palm Beach didn't help her.
McCray was murdered Wednesday, March 6th. Investigators say by her ex-boyfriend, Keyshawn Shaw. They say he shot McCray while she talked with friends on FaceTime. McKinney says this video from Tuesday, March 5th, the day before McCray was murdered, shows how much they believe he was a danger to McCray.
I was there. I was in the home when it happened.
Shaw was ultimately arrested but died the next day from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head while in the hospital. Monday, McKinney and her attorneys claimed the West Palm Beach Police Department failed to keep her daughter safe from Shaw, even though there was never a restraining order previously filed, and Shaw had been living at the family's home for a period of time.
After the pursuit was called off, at no point in time did any of the officers offer Miss McCray a safe place to go. They didn't offer to relocate her to an undisclosed location to keep her safe from someone who was foreseeable to come back home and possibly commit another violent crime, and that's exactly what happened the very next day.
I reached out to the West Palm Beach Police Department for a response or at least a clarification about their policy on domestic violence cases, but I haven't gotten a response. Stuart Kaplan is a former FBI agent and now practicing attorney. He says domestic violence policies vary from department to department.
I can tell you that they all have references or victim advocates, meaning to refer victims, if they are the victim of domestic violence, to other resources for them to get assistance. But it is not a legal obligation that's put on law enforcement to mandate or to force upon a potential victim that he or she must leave the home and put themselves up in a hotel.
McKinney's attorneys say they filed a public records request for documents to continue their investigation. They also say they plan to bring a claim against the city. If that isn't resolved within 6 months, they intend on filing a lawsuit. McKinney says
it's really hard, and like they say, I just don't want this to happen to another one. I don't want another Kelvi MCcray ever.
In West Palm Beach, Todd Wilson,
This is the murder of Kelvi MCcray. Kelvi MCcray was an 18-year-old aspiring model and beautician. She loved doing hair and makeup, and she was gifted at it. In a sense, she was like any other 18-year-old, not sure what the future holds, but had many dreams and aspirations of things to come. And although many 18-year-olds would go on to live to see many of their dreams come true, Kelvi, unfortunately, would not be able to. In early March 2024, West Palm Beach Police Department officials respond to a report of a shooting at West Palm Beach, Florida home on Wednesday evening and found Kelvi MCcray with several gunshot wounds, according to a probable cause affidavit. Kelvi, 18, had been shot in the head, back, and neck. Police also found her ex-boyfriend Keyshawn Shawn, 19, leaning against a wall in the residence suffering from a gunshot wound to the head. The affidavit went on to state both MCcray and Shaw were taken to the hospital where Kelvi succumbed to her injuries. Shaw, who initially survived, was charged with first-degree murder. He died the next day, police said. Police has since classified the case as a murder-suicide. According to the affidavits, Kelvi MCcray was on a FaceTime call with 3 friends at the time of the shooting. One witness told investigators later, they saw Keyshawn Shaw shoot McCray while on the call. The witness later identified Keyshawn Shaw from a photo lineup provided by police. Police had responded to a 911 call from Kelvi MCcray just a day prior when she alleged Shaw had strangled her, pointed a gun to her head, and briefly held her against her will, according to a separate affidavit filed in the connection with that incident. When she tried to escape in a car, Shaw allegedly threw himself on the windshield and completely shattered it, the affidavit stated. He was charged with false imprisonment, aggravated assault, and battery among several other offenses in connection with that incident, online court record shows. Kelvi had told police she had been in a relationship with Shaw for about a year before breaking up with him, per the early affidavit. Shaw did not accept the breakup, she said, and had been asking her to get back together with him. Keyshawn lived in the same house as Kelvi. In the early affidavit, Kelvi indicated she let him live with her because he did not have a place to live. According to her social media profile, Kelvi was a beautician and a model with a large Instagram following. She is being remembered as an intelligent person with a flair for life, her uncle Ricky Aiken said. Kelvi was a go-getter. She had an entrepreneurial spirit about her. She was as beautiful as she was smart, Aiken went on to state. On March 15, 2024, family, friends, and loved ones gathered Friday at the Riviera Beach Municipal Beach Park to honor the life of Kelvi MCcray. She's my baby, you know. She was everything to me, Kelvin MCcray. Kelvi's father stated, I know she's gone, and I'm just trying to get through it one day at a time. Hundreds were wearing pink and purple, Kelvi's favorite colors. This is her personality, and she was a people's person. Everyone loved her, her father went on to state. The vigil started in the park as people gave speeches and prayers and then lit candles and made their way down onto the beach. It's going to be tears of joy, Marla McKinney, Kelvi's mother, said. We had a happy daughter. Parents said that Kelvi was 18 years old, the second youngest of 5 children. Kelvi's mother said that her daughter had perfected cosmetology. She just received her security license, MCcray said. She was the little person, but she was fearless. That was something she wanted to do, and I was just so proud of her. McKinney said the last conversation she had with her daughter was that she told her that she was hungry and she bought her a cheeseburger. The victim was sitting and eating and FaceTiming when she was killed by her ex-boyfriend Keyshawn Shaw. McKinney was also at the house when her daughter was killed. I hear the shots every day. I see her on the floor every day. It's a pain that will never go away. Never, Kelvi's mother stated. My prayers and condolences goes out to the parents and family of Kelvi MCcray. May her precious soul rest in peace. Until next time on the Meaningful Talk Crime Doc, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch up with you guys later in the comment section.